Okay. What's today? I don't know. 24th? Saturday? Still didn't get the tire changed. Today. I fight today. I gotta get home after my little ride, mow the lawn, and then maybe I'll attempt the tire. The road's a little bumpy. Ooh. It's got a layer of precipitation on top. Got an itch on my face. That's the best. Itch on my face. Inside my helmet. That's my favorite. Let's see, what new and exciting things have happened since yesterday? Oh, that's right, nothing. I was downstairs playing with my trains last night. And, it's about 9:45. The kids are sleeping, and all of a sudden I hear kaboom! Pretty loud gunshot somewhere around the property. So I was like, oh great. What new bullshit is this? And it didn't sound like my one neighbor who frequently shoots. That's okay. So I said to my wife, call the other neighbor. It sounded like it was kind of coming from that direction. So anyway, long story short, she calls neighbor and she's like, oh, sorry. It's a porcupine. So it's like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to know, you know? I wanted to make sure there wasn't anybody back there doing stupid shit. So that's it. I don't shoot when we first moved to New Hampshire, I made friends with one of the gun shop owners, and I would comment excitedly because I like guns. I like the freedom to use them whenever you want, you know. Just, you know, with some courtesy. Like 9:45 is a little late, but if you have a good reason, I understand. It didn't wake the kids up, so they're used to it. So anyway, I remember I would text them, you know, like gunshots going off at 9 at night. Or no, I said, like, I heard a gunshot like around 3 a.m. or something the other night. And he's like, yeah. He's like, it's probably a porcupine. So, people, I don't know, we have porcupines, we get porcupines on the property. They never bothered me. I kind of like them. So I don't shoot them. I guess a lot of people have problems with them. I don't know. I know they got a little dog, the neighbors. And the other neighbors got dogs that really don't listen very well. Our dog is a very good dog, and I trained him since he was 7 weeks old. And he listens extremely well and is extremely smart for a dog and knows not to fuck with porcupines. He's a hunting dog, so there's only one kind of animal he likes to mess with, and that's any kind of bird, including turkeys. He'll mess with turkeys and rabbit, and that's what I usually hunt with him. He'll find rabbits, flush them out. He'll find birds and flush them out. We have a great time. Other than that, he doesn't really bother with any other animals, and I think he knows that porcupines are not going to be a happy day for him. So anyway, I never had a problem with porcupines. Kind of like them. They're kind of exotic to me because I've never seen them before until we moved to New Hampshire. New Hampshire. You know, some people like bears. I hate bears and I shoot bears. Some people like porcupines. I like porcupines and other people shoot porcupines. Whatever. I don't think bears are cute and cuddly. I think they're assholes. Man, it's been the day of like getting stuck behind traffic. Not the day though. Last couple days. What? I don't know. I'm just gonna shut up. Why am I even talking? There's turkeys. Oh, so funny. So I got all this stuff like weeks ago. I got everything I would need to do a tire change, including like things that I probably won't need, like rim strips and rim protectors. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm good. I might. I'll have to see what shape the rims are in. I imagine they're going to be somewhat dinged up by all the gravel around here. But so I ordered all this stuff weeks ago, and I forgot one kind of important thing: wheel weights. So I got them overnight through Amazon. They already delivered them. I was mapping out a route to get to Sandwich Notch. Still haven't done that. It's one of the things I want to do this year. So I'll have to find a babysitter, have our friend come over and watch the kids. It's going to take more than an hour, I think. Probably only take me about a half hour to get there, but I want to explore once I get there, you know. I hear it's beautiful this time of the year. I like that car. Who's the Plymouth? I'm not that great at. My brother was really into muscle cars when I was growing up. He had he bought a AMC Javelin that he was going to fix up. I don't ever remember what happened to that. And then he got it. He was really into the AMC stuff. Then he got a Hornet. Those were both awesome cars. Oh, look at this traffic. Wow. Saturday. Yikes. I didn't even have to put my feet down. I'm not going to bother to get up to speed here because everyone drives slow here. It's a nice bike. That's a nice truck. Nothing like an old Ford. I used to have a Ford Ranger. The thing just like disintegrated. It still ran fine, but like if I kept it any longer, the frame probably would have snapped in half. There's so much rust. That is the best place to eat around here. Do drop in. It's like a food truck kind of thing. The food trailer. He's got it set up on his own property. Oh, the food is amazing. You get a lot for your money too. My God. I get a side of clam strips and it's enough for lunch and dinner. It's crazy. For like $10. And they're really good. Food grade bucket. It's a good name for like a song, I guess. I got myself food grade bucket. Was gonna get a different one, but I said fuck it. That'd work, right? It needs a few more drinks. Oh my gosh. Need a few more drinks to get in the zone. Remind me never to come through here on Saturday again. So it looks like a good place to get coffee right there. Well, shit. Well, shit. Rich people's land up here, up in the clouds. All the rich plantation owners. I think some Democrats, like, actually are like that. Like, you know, they pretend. I mean, I know, like, the bad guys are, you know, the people pulling the strings, but do you think, like, your rank and file, you know, your average wealthy person, Democrat, do you think they like to envision themselves as being the plantation owner? Do you think they know that? Like they live in these big houses. They come from Boston or Connecticut or whatever. They move up into the highest hill and buy the largest house, or erect the largest house. Why is it? How come you don't see a Trump sign in front of these $1 million homes? Very interesting, huh? Windy. Windy this morning. I want that house. I want the house with the tennis court, man. I haven't played tennis too long. I used to love to play tennis. I'm pretty damn good at it too. Look at that house. Wow. I still don't understand that. Like, why is it that rich people are always Democrats? It's like either rich people or very poor people. Like the plantation owners and the people on the plantation. It's a very scary model of society, and they think that they're right. It's pretty weird. Really poor white people, though, are usually Republicans. At least in New England, that's what I've noticed. You know, people like living in the shack, almost always Republican. They just want freedom, and they want to be left alone. They want the government to stop stealing the little bit of money they have. Oh, this is that Crapo Hill. This hill's insane. It's like a ski hill. You can never tell on the camera, but this hill's wicked steep. KLR handles it just fine with my fat ass on it. Handles it really well. McCrillis Hill. Have I gone down there? I can't remember. So last night, I tried to do so. I got all this track from eBay, used, like lots of track for like $90, unit track. And I wanted to like make something cool. I wanted to do like an inner loop. Wow, I didn't realize it wasn't that simple. I have 2 switches and enough track to make plenty of loops, ovals and whatnot, but the radius of my turnouts, the 2 turnouts I meant to say, I have 2 turnouts, it kind of jacks up everything. So I wasn't able to like complete an oval or a circle. So I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with these stupid turnouts? I guess just make a siding they call it? Is that it? Is that all you can do with turnouts? So I was like, okay, well shit, maybe I need this double crossover or something. I don't know, crossover of some variety. I knew that's what those were. I knew those were fiber optic cables. I saw them installing all that. I'm like, is that fiber optic? I've never seen these boxes before. Yep, it's fiber optic. I was right. The only last time I saw fiber optic was in the data center in IBM. Those were fun times, man. I learned so much as a young lad. What a great company back then. That was 20 years ago. Don't know what they're like now, but 20 years ago, that was a hell of a company to work for. Paid me very well. Met a lot of smart people. Anyway, so yeah, the track, I don't know what to do. I looked at the double crossovers. First of all, those are like $40. Then you got to have power to every point, and so like, how do I do that? And do they run on a switch? Like, I don't know anything about this. Does the crossover? I assume the crossover utilizes a switch, if not 2, right? 1. I don't know. I think I only saw 1 cable on it, so I guess that would be 1 switch. Then, because it turned out, so when I first got all the track, I got lucky. I just did this sort of like train yard thing with 1 turnout on 1 switch, and then I just had like this sort of, I don't know what you call it, docking yard. And I bought a bumper so I could like park the train at the end of it, and it was cool, and it worked. And like, so I would actually run 2 trains on it. I had my Bachmann steam locomotive, and with its respective cars, and then I had my BNSF diesel locomotive with its respective cars. Which, by the way, I bought a Micro Trains, like, flat car with a, I'm trying to remember the shipping container. It looks like something that a semi would pull, but it doesn't have wheels. Micro Trains. Wow. I had no idea. Those were so nice. So I'm going to be looking more into them for at least rolling stock, because I can afford that once in a while, you know. And this, off eBay, I paid only, I think it was $15, and the thing is like in mint condition with the box for the flat car and the shipping container, or whatever you want to call it. I forget what name is on the shipping container. I want to say Rio Grande, but I don't. I think that's something else. Anyway, wow, beautiful, and it came with I think their decoupler magnets installed, and the knuckle couplers that fit the Kato couplers really well. And that's a really nice guy. And I didn't know they were made in the U.S., so I'm definitely going to buy more of their stuff. Really nice, anyway. So anyway, where was I? So yeah, I got lucky, and I ran the Bachmann steam loco and the BNSF diesel loco at the same time, because they run at varying speeds. The Bachmann steam loco is so light and chintzy that it runs on really low voltage, like I think under 30%. It starts rolling pretty good. So I was using that to my advantage. I would do a very low voltage on the power pack or whatever you call it, to move that, and then I would back it up into the rail yard with the, utilizing the switch, and then run the diesel loco, and then I would run the diesel loco around the loop for a little bit, and then pull out the steam loco, and then back in the diesel loco and park that one, then run the steam loco. So it was pretty fun. I got lucky. That was my first try, and I wasn't really trying. I was just, let's do something like this. I don't even know what I was thinking, but it worked. It only took me like 10 minutes to put together. So I got bored of that, and I wanted to do something. Do an inner loop. Oh my gosh. First of all, I don't think I have the right, out of all the track I bought, I don't think I have the right stuff, of course. But that's a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be, unless there's a simple way to do it, and I can't find that information. But yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of searching. A long time ago, it's a joke. I think it was when they were running Biden. I said to my wife, the Democrats are such a freaking hive mind that they could probably run Kermit the Frog as a Democrat and people would vote for it. And now I'm absolutely sure of it. It's funny, like there was this little bit of, like, before they coronated that lady, there was like this moment of, like, I think the Democrats were like, please don't choose her, and then they chose her. Not the people, mind you, but they don't care. They don't care that they don't have a voice, because they don't have a voice. They do whatever they're told to do. But yeah, I think they were like, no, please don't. But then they picked her, and everyone's like, yay! Whoa, yay! They just don't care. They really don't care. They don't care about this country. They don't care about their neighbors. They don't care about, keeping their country free, their state. They don't care. They just do whatever they're told. When we lived in Connecticut before we moved, we had a chance at a Republican governor, and everyone I knew in person that I talked to that was from Connecticut was Like, hell yeah, man, we're going to vote. Like, there was nobody I knew that was like, oh yeah, we're going to keep voting for the bullshit that's destroyed this state. No one I talked to said that. No one I talked to anywhere, like at the store, anywhere. Everyone I knew was going to vote Republican for this guy. Stefanowski turned out to be a wolf in sheep's clothing. There's no good talent in Connecticut. It's all just people from New York, and that's basically what it's become. Connecticut's become a suburb of New York City. But anyway, so we were all excited, you know, because if we could get a Republican governor and turn Connecticut around, we might have stayed, because I liked where we lived. We lived in a really nice podunk area. The hunting was great. The people were great. Tons of farms. We were friends with all the farmers. They were all great people, really nice people, really good prices. There was one guy, Herb Holden. What a fantastic person. His whole family had a farm, and they did excavation and stuff, I think. Big name in town anyway. And the son, Herb Holden, he ran a beef farm, and it was all grass-fed. And he was the most unpretentious, believed in organic farming, believed in, quality. But he was, like myself, I also believe in those things, but he was just a normal guy. He was extremely unpretentious. He was very proud of what he did. He worked very hard, and his prices were extremely reasonable. They were like a tiny bit more than the mass market junk you get at the supermarket. Like, he worked for a living. He wasn't like many other organic farmers who get their paycheck in the mailbox. As one other farmer I used to talk to, I worked for him for a little bit actually. He was the same way. He worked for a living. And the organic garlic farm, I think it was called the Garlic Farm in West Simsbury, Connecticut. He worked his ass off, Anyway, a lot of great farms there, a lot of great food. I read somewhere that Connecticut is one of the most fertile states, has some of the most fertile soil. And it must be true, because there were so many farms, really good farms. And you had your handful of what I used to call hobby farmers, and the farmers that, like NPR type, just like the hoity-toity, like, those are the people that got their paycheck in the mail. They were like trust fund, kids who were already rich, didn't even really need the money, just wanted to run a farm for the image of it, I think. That's the vibe I got anyway. But anyway, so we had a chance to turn it around and elect a Republican governor. And there was a big guy that owned a lot of land, and he had a crane. He flew a big flag and a big banner that said something like, "The Democrats are done in America." Like, this is when a lot of this stuff was coming out, like after Trump got elected. A lot of the stuff was being exposed about how dirty and corrupt the Democrats are. And we were all sure it was like we were going to change this country for the better, and these states, and, we were all sure that they really were over. I mean, because we still believed in the court of public opinion. Well, as I was saying, it doesn't matter to these people. It just doesn't matter. They just want power, and their underlings, the people that vote for them, they want to win. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care if they'll deny it. They'll say like, oh, this guy's not a pedophile. He's fine. Like even the freaking Democrats that have run in local politics here, like even they're weird. Like one guy was like accused of statutory rape and all this stuff, but they don't care. They'll still put their signs on their lawns because they just have to vote Democrat. They don't have critical thinking. So with that in mind, the court of public opinion is closed for good. It just doesn't matter. You can't change these people. You can't appeal to them. I think RFK is the only Democrat I've ever known in history who's gone against the collective. And what great news that he's joining the Trump team, I guess. I said before that happened, when there was whispers of it, I said if he does that, Trump's got it. And I can't believe that it's this tight. The polls, that Kamala's doing that good. I can't but I do believe because of what I'm saying is like there's no common sense in these people's heads. They don't, or there is, but they don't care. They deny it because they just want to win. And not only that, but the people that they've imported, the people that are on welfare, the people working on the plantation, people taking the handouts. They want all the stuff that they promise, right? So that's why. It's not even just like, can't people see? Don't they understand? It's not even that, because you have this huge group of people that literally don't. Like they don't care about this country. They're into the game of system. Take all the handouts and leech off the taxpayers and destroy towns and cities. That's what they bring. That's what they bring to the table. And these idiots continue to vote for these policies. There's a lady down the road that's got signs out. She's a Democrat. She had Biden signs, and as soon as they changed the Harris, now she's got a Harris sign. They just do exactly what they're told. And she's actually got a sign that says democracy in blue or tyranny. And it's like, are you kidding? How do you talk to someone like that? Like all the blue states that had the lockdowns. Look at California, like they were arresting people that went swimming. Like, what the? Now, Trump made a lot of mistakes, and I'm the first to admit that, because I'm not, I don't worship anybody. I don't have idols. I like Trump. I like his attitude. I always vote for him. I voted for him 2 times, and I'll vote for him again. But he's made a lot of mistakes that cost him. Big time. And I agree with RFK on a lot of that stuff. Operation Warp Speed. Big mistake. Very stupid. Banning bump stocks. Very stupid. Big mistake. He did a lot of stuff, too, that I remember reading about. Like, his administration was, encouraging red flag. Like, just really weird stuff that really made me question who he really was. If he was part of the system. Turkeys! So yeah, I think the Biden administration definitely cheated. I think there was a lot of ballot harvesting. But I think if Trump didn't make those mistakes, there would have been enough people supporting him that he still would have overcome that, all the cheat. But, yeah. made a lot of really bad mistakes that because people are already, especially Republicans, are already distrustful of the system, in Washington. So when he kind of did those questionable things, I think he lost that little bit of trust that people were affording him. And those types of people, they just don't bother because they're already apathetic about the system. They just don't care. Like, they got what they need to hold out, but they've given up, because even, like, what do we do? Like, look at how much they've screwed up. We elect these people so we don't have to constantly be fearful that our rights are going to be taken away. We elect these people to ensure, voter integrity, to ensure that, but they don't do anything. They don't fix anything. Like they never. What did they do? Remember, like after Trump lost, and they were banging on the drum saying that Democrats cheated, which I believe. But they went hardcore with that. Giuliani, was going to court and all this stuff. But did they fix it? I don't think they really did. I think they tried. So it's like I said, what are we going to do this time around? We're going to vote harder? Because they still didn't fix the system. So that's why people have given up. Our institutions have been taken over. Our media has been taken over, all by Democrats. They're the establishment. And people, the good people of America just feel like they don't, that they can't beat the system. Because the representatives we have just are lazy or stupid. I think they're stupid, quite frankly. I think Republicans are really stupid. Unfortunately. I don't want them to be, but I think they are. They don't know how to play the game. They're too nice. Remember Trump, when he got elected, he was trying to get along with it. Dude, what, are you kidding me? This guy is supposed to be a hardcore businessman. Are you joking? You can't get along with those people. They hate your guts. They want to see you dead. Stop it. Stop pretending. Get on with the hardcore shit that you were supposed to do. Thought he was going to come in like a lion. Then he came in like a lamb. And I remember when he got elected in 2016, we were partying, man. We were up till 4 in the morning, listening to some good music. And as soon as he went to do his little acceptance speech, he was like, I just want to thank, I want to just say Hillary, she worked so hard. This is the lady that he just said he was going to put in jail if he got elected. Now he's making it sound like, she did such a great job. What the hell? And that was the first time I was like, something's not right. What the hell just happened? He's like, she worked so hard, let's give her a hand, everyone. And my wife's like, he's just trying to, be courteous or whatever. I'm like, I don't buy that. Something's not right here.